Hello, so welcome to this tutorial, and in this tutorial I will be discussing about how we can use GIS and WEKA for machine learning modeling. So in this I have two different data from different locations. So the first one is from this particular location, okay, and the second one is this location. And the reason for this is because the first one doesn't have a complete data set, but for this I have the complete data set. I have processed this already, so I will be using this for the processing. So now here I have the landslide locations, and in this one I have everything. I've done the landslide location, I've done everything. So now moving back to this place, you can see I have the okay, this is the landslide locations for different landslide locations. And so from here we are going to extract our our training data set and the validation data set. Okay, so now I'm going to open for us to see. So here I have, these are all the data set that I have. So this is all the data sets. So yeah, so it depends on the literature we are following. There are some literature that says we can use 30 for validation and 70 for training, and or we can use 80 for training and 20 for validation. So you just select them randomly. So for me, I have selected my my training already, and I've selected my validation. So here I've divided them into different parts. So you can see them. So now the next part is where I will create the non-landslide locations. So here I don't know the non-landslide. So what I will do is I will create a polygon using this area extent, the area extent of this part. So I will use, so it is now that I will overlay the landslide locations that I know. So now what I will do is I will create a shape file. So now let me create a shape file. Okay, okay, so I'm gonna create a shape file now. Okay, now create new. Okay, new, then new shape file. So I will choose polygon, then I will name it. I will name it as non-landslide. So that's the non-landslide location. So yeah, non-ls. Then I will choose the coordinate system. So I will be importing from existing points. Yeah, I'm sure you are very familiar with this process. So now, what I will do is I will be digitizing the boundary. So based on this, so I will digitize, then I will be using the editor too. So if you don't have that, you can right click on your, then you can see the editor. So make sure it is on. So that's what you'll be using. So you can start editing. Then the shapefile I want to digitize with, then you can click on the editor to create features. So now, okay, let me change the picture look so that it can be easy for me to see the boundary. So I'm doing this now. So I will start the digitizing. Yeah. So I will on my snap toolbars. Okay, they are all on. So it will be the reason why I need to on my snap toolbar is because it will be easier to click on the polygon. I mean on the raster, so it will align well with it. So now on the digitizing. Okay, okay, digitizing, 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 digitizing. Okay, digitizing, still digitizing. Yeah. So this how I will do till I will digitize the whole boundary. So what I'm only doing is I'm going to digitize the whole boundary. So after this, I will also show you another process that you will have to digitize this, so it will be more easier. So I'm just showing you this now. So now here is the end. Then I've completed digitizing. So after now, so let me show you another step that we could use to get a polygon area. So what I will do now is I will create a new shape file. Okay, so let me try this first. Let me try by selecting. Let me see if it will work. Okay. Let me see if this will work. No. Yeah. All right. Okay. Wait. Wap. Ooh, deleted all. Okay. So I need to create a new shape file for that. So now I will create a new shape file. Okay. Just wait. Okay. Now create a new shape file. Give it name area. Yeah. Then polygon again. Then import the coordinate system. So that's how I will do till okay now. So I have the new shape file, then I will digitize. So I will just create like a box. So now you see, but the box will be a very large extent. So now you see, okay, okay, okay. So what I will do is I will extract the area of this. I will extract the area using the raster data that I have here. So now, okay, let me on my ArcGIS toolbox. Then, okay, it's on. Then I will go to special analysts. So under special analyst, I will click on extract by mask. So yeah, okay, yeah, we want to. Yeah, okay, so it's processing now. So once it's finished processing, then I can see. Yeah. Oops. Oh, I think. I need to convert the I need to convert that polygon to raster first. So then from raster I can now convert it back to polygon. Okay, so this is what I will do. I will convert. So I will go to conversion, then to raster. So I will convert. Yeah. So okay. Yep. Okay. Now I have the area as a raster now. So now I can now extract it. So I can use the extraction by mask again. So I can try that now. So okay, yeah, correct, yeah, okay now. Yep. So my result is out. So you can see it now. Okay, so you can see now. So now I can convert this back to I can convert it back to polygon. Can convert it back to polygon. So it will be useful now for me. So now what I'm gonna do here, I'm converting it back to polygon. Okay, now you can see. So now why I did this is just to make sure we have a precise, we won't have overlapping and the rest. So I feel the one I digitize is not really that perfect. So you can see, that there are some little overlapping there. So that's what we are gonna do now. I converted okay, change the color so I can see the difference. So now the next thing we are going to do is how we will merge the non-landslide location with the landslide training data and the validation data. So what we are going to do now, the first thing is I will convert my points into raster. Then after converting to raster, then I will convert it back to polygon. Then after converting it to polygon, then I will now convert. So I will now merge both the non-landslide and the landslide now. So okay. So you can see the process I will be doing now. So now the first thing is yeah, I'm converting this now. So this pretty much easy, simple steps. So if you get this very well, then other processes are. So now I'm converting it back to polygon. Okay, so you can see now. Okay, now you can see now we have converted it to polygon. So now, so what I will do now is I will make sure that all this no all this landslide point becomes one. So I will merge everything together to become one. So that's what I will do now. Okay, so I'm trying to convert that of the non-landslide, the landslide validation. Converting. So same process as I've done for the validation, the same thing I'm doing for the training now. So here is the training point. Yeah. So I will remove those ones. I don't need them again. Yes. Yeah. The ones I don't need again, I'm going to remove them. Remove this also. So you can see now. Yeah. So now I want to merge. So I'm going to change that name so that it will be easier for me. Then change that also to validation val. Okay. So now the next process now is for me to make that just only one. So make the training data one so that it will be easier for me to merge with the non-landslide area polygon. So that's the process I'm going to do now. Okay, I have just, you can see now, I have just only one now. So this, you can see that they are, okay, now you can see that each of the individual points are still showing. So I need to make I need to make all of these, I need to convert, I need to make it one. So now that's what I'll be doing now. So let me try this first. Yeah, let me highlight everything. Then okay, start my editing. Okay, choose this file. Okay, let me start. Let me go to one. Then match. Let me match and match. Yeah, click OK. Oops. Oh, what error is this? Okay. Wait. Let me see. Okay. There should be something else. Let's see. Okay, if this match, okay, match again. Yep. Okay. Oh, same error. Okay, if this doesn't work, then I think I can use dissolve. So dissolve can do that perfectly. It will match. Let me just stop. Then let me see. It will go. Okay. Okay. So let me. Okay, dissolve. So just type dissolve in your search button, then you can see dissolve. Just click on it. So the dissolve now will it will make sure everything is on. But before that, one thing is you need to change your ID. You need to make sure they are all one because we are going to make it the data will be dichotomous 1 and 0. So one for landslide, presence of landslide, and the other one for absence of landslide. So I will make sure all that is the same. So I have one all true. So I can now. So I will merge them using the ID because the ID is similar. So they will all become one. So I can just click OK. Then process. So perfect. So I can now you can see that I have just only one file. So what I did now is all the landslide location has become one. So it's now landslide, yes, landslide present. So same thing as, yeah. So now I can change the name or something. So what I will do now is I will now merge the landslide training and the other one together. Okay, so I need to check this. Then if it is not, then I can change it. So I need to change that to something probably 0. Yeah, I need to make it 0 so that we have 1 and 0 as we should have. Because for our WEKA, it will be either 1 or 0 for us to be able to process our our data. So that's it. Yeah. So now I can use merge. So merge, yeah, can merge, please use merge. So I'm going to merge the two now. So I'm going to merge the training training landslide location and the non-landslide area. So I'm going to merge. So I will click OK now, so I can merge. So now I have merged it. Then I need to open. So now you can see I have 1 and 0. So I have marked it. So the next thing would be that, oh, I can't see it, but okay, probably later when we convert it back to raster, then we'll be able to, because our data would be in raster, not in shapefile. Okay, so if even if I, okay, for example now, okay, let me use symbology. So let me see if I can see it will appear. So now, oh, it will also appear. So okay, so what we'll just do now is just to convert it back to raster. So once we convert it to raster, then it will be easier for me to do. Okay, so now mm, um okay, yes. Okay, now I want to convert so I will make sure, yes, ID, because the ID is what's differentiating them. So it depends. So the cell, yeah, because I'm gonna have the same cell, so I will have 30. Then okay, yeah. So now we have our landslide training data. So now this is our landslide training data. You can see. So now, so the same step that we have followed for the training, the same thing that will follow for the validation. Okay, so I will, okay, let me see the properties. Yeah, let me change it. Landslide, yeah, training. Okay, yeah. So now we have prepared our training data. So I believe you will be able to do this. So you can see now with the one we have the color plates, you can see that we have all of the, let me uncheck all this first. Let me uncheck them. Let me uncheck them. Okay. Okay, so now you can see the same way the same thing we have there. You can see 0 is for non-landslide and 1 is for landslide. So the same way we have for the training and the same thing we have for the validation. So that's how we do our training data. So you can see here. So now we'll be working with this data now. So the first one was just to show you how to create this particular data. So now I'll be using this data now, all the data that I have here for the processing of our landslide modeling. Yeah, thank you.